What's poppin', y'all? Lil Tay has to be the most failed influencer of all time and arguably at least top three worst.
Damn.
Because, of course, what everyone else is talking about is the OF being launched when she was 18. And we're going to cover that. But after that, we're going to cover the history of Lil Tay, which she's just a failure. Like, first off, she's had, number one, is this clip where she's talking about how she should start an OF, and she's 17 at the time. So she's rolling, like it's an album, she's rolling out the potential OF. So I'm going to play you guys this couple of these clips from her TikTok where she was rolling this out.
So it's my 18th birthday on July 29th, and every male has been counting down to it and literally telling me to drop the link the second I turn 18. Girlies, what do you think? Should I do it? Okay, y'all want to know the real reason that I'm dropping the...
Wait, wasn't she making fun of the Bop House at one point when she was calling out Sophie Rain for the $60 million fight or some shit like that? Now she wanted this didn't age well. Yeah, this did not age well at all.
Okay, y'all want to know the real reason that I'm dropping the link on my 18th birthday? I'm broke as This is the same fit that... This is the only fit. This is the only fit that I own. It's literally the same fit that I was wearing on Rakai's stream. That was months ago. That's why I haven't been posting content. I'm literally broke. Just let a girl get her bag. Alabama Barker, Sophie Rain, Camilla, Piper Raquel, Brecky Hill, and Jamal. Y'all have 24 hours to respond and cast a vote in whether or not I drop this 18th
Who the hell is
birthday link.
Jamal?
And for the older people who always got something to say, Candace Owens, Ben Shapiro, Tate, Charlie Kirk, Jake Paul, and Rakai. Y'all all have 24 hours to cast in your vote. Do I drop this 18th birthday link or not? And you cannot say, oh, I didn't see, oh my God, she did it. My fate is in your hands right now. And if you don't say anything, that's an automatic yes.
Keep in mind, this is just 3 that I played you. There are a total of at least 12. Like, it was a complete rollout that she was doing for this thing. And then, yes, she did drop it once she turned 18. And
then all the people, like a lot of people she was naming, ain't they like way older than 17? Like Jake Paul and shit. Why would Jake Paul voting to drop your shit and you, like, what the hell? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Oh my God.
it's quite disturbing that has how well, quote unquote, this performed monetarily. If you just read the bio of the OF, it says, freshly 18, please don't tell my mom. My 18th birthday exclusive shot at 12:01 a.m. Only available for 24 hours. Come see me in my birthday suits, replying to all DMs. This is just horrifying. This is the pipeline. This is what people didn't think would happen. And then it's kind of like what people talked about as a meme. And she is following the playbook that was set by none other than Bad Baby. And Bad Baby didn't roll this out. I think people were a little bit surprised. You could say potentially Malo Trevejo.
Damn, I can't skip this? 1 out of 2? That's crazy. My bad.
She went down this
Trying to
same
read
route
this.
too,
I didn't know what that was.
What the hell happened to her? I remember when she was potentially, or was supposed to be signed to Cactus Jack, and yeah, she was cooked off of that. And then she tries to release music after this called Stuck in July, which is ironic. It's just so bizarre. And then she's also got saying that she made $1 million in her first 3 hours as an OF quote unquote creator. And then she's wearing a t-shirt that says corn star in training. And as she shows, not bad for 3 hours. We broke the OF record and the subscriptions were $500,000. $486,000 for messages, which means people were like buying stuff in the back end. Pause on that when I say back end. And this is disturbing, of course. Like the people buying this, what the hell is wrong with you? The people that are, but this is the worst part about it. Lil Tay had every single option to be anything but this, and she still chose to do this. And the history of Lil Tay is just a disgusting, consecutive disgusting events. Like, let's just circle back to 2017-18, because I feel like that's where a lot of our memory is. That Instagram era, you remember Pat what was it, Supreme Patty, it's a Boom Gang, all of that. Lil Tay
what
came
happened
around
to
that
them
same
niggas?
era.
Well, I know what happened to Boot Game, but I ain't heard that Supreme Patty
She became
motherfucker.
the biggest flexer on Instagram, talking about how much money she had, calling people
Maybe
bro.
I need to react
There
to
was
it.
some explicit language there, and then people were saying like she was being coached by her older brother. Of course, there had to be somebody behind this, because a 9 to 10-year-old isn't really acting like this.
I remember she was being groomed by her mom or her brother, one of them.
Back in 2017, 2018. Now, with TikTok and all this other stuff, 9 or 10-year-olds might just go ahead and act like that on their own. But with all the resources that she was given, like the rented cars, the cash, etc., a regular 9 to 10-year-old wouldn't have that. So there had to be assistance from a family member, and people believed that it was her brother. And then they were criticizing her mom, and then eventually she kind of like fell back a little bit. Because there was this custody battle between her divorced parents. It was her father and her mother that were fighting over who should take care of Lil Tay. And she was in the mother's custody. Clearly that didn't work too hot.
I'm dead.
But what happened towards the end of 2018 is we got these unsubstantiated allegations and accusations of abuse against her father from Lil Tay's Instagram. They were posted, then deleted. And the father, he denied the claims. He sent out cease and desist, and people thought the father was actually behaving in that way. And he started to get a ton of hate, and she started to get a ton of support. So we got this whole family thing playing out. And then she disappears for another year or so until this era between 2019 and 2021. So it got reactivated with posts from her brother that were saying, oh, wait, the abuse is back. And then they claimed that the father stole Lil Tay's money that she was making in the era of 2017, 2018. And they launched a GoFundMe. So citing that, oh, there was abuse and they needed a legal defense against their father. And of course, the father denied this stuff again. And we didn't get what came out of this. So a GoFundMe happens. Her being the biggest flexer happens. Annoying, obviously. These allegations of like something going on in the family happens. We never really get the outcome of this. We never get any proof of it. And then we get what's next. A death hoax. In 2023, I think it was, we get a death hoax where on her Instagram it was like, oh, she died. And then there were all these RIP posts. And then very quickly, the family said, oh no, she got hacked. Sorry, bro. Yeah, of course, she got hacked. And then what happened after that? Well, actually, after that, she tried to release music. There was like the whole Money Way song, but then she released after the death. Yeah, actually, the faking the death was the rollout, which they said the alleged faking of the death, because they said that they were hacked. That was the rollout for the song Sucker for Green, which was an attempted music career. So after the whole failed...
Fuck? That was a publicity stunt? That's wild.
There was a GoFundMe. There was all this other stuff that you could have tried. And then...
With Asana,
damn, these people
teammates
just
are here
desperate.
to level up your goals.
Do they really have
Try it for
money?
free.
No, I mean, she made her little $1 million, but like, do they have money like she be flexed?
By design. Get 0.
was the music. So this was the attempt at changing things up, right? And this got 9.7 million views. And
What?
it was not well liked. Like, it got 215,000 likes, but this didn't really go anywhere after that. Like, if you take a look at the monthly listeners of Lil Tay, it's not that great. She hasn't released a ton of music. This was written by her brother and her, because it says Jason Tien, which must be her brother. So he co-wrote this with her. And this was an actual attempt at music. It was a produced music video. They had choreography on here. And like I said, if you take a look at Lil Tay's monthly listeners, there's 22.4K. There's 6.4 million streams on here, but I just think they weren't able to recoup. It looked like it was released independently. But yeah, this failed. So music career also failed. And then what happened after that? She was actually given the biggest blessing she could have ever been given. Because in 2024, now she released another single called Growing Up, but she began streaming with this streamer named Rakai, who got put on by Kai Cenat. So in January, let's just circle this back. In November of 17th, 2024, Lil Tay had 175 followers on Twitch. Very, very quickly. By February 9th, she would grow to 115,000 followers. And then by June 1st, she would have 221,000 followers. And this was all thanks to none other than Rakai. Like, she was kind of playing this, like, relationship type of situation with him. It was just content, of course. And then, guess how much she streamed? Just take a look. After being blessed, in February, she streamed for 3 hours, and she gained 115,000 followers, right? In March, guess how much she streamed after gaining all those followers? She streamed for 7 hours. And then in April is where she actually attempted to stream the most. And guess how many hours she streamed? 31 hours, where she had an average view count of 3,500 and a max view count of 9,900. And then in May, she averaged 3,500 viewers and 9,300 max viewers, peak viewers, 22 hours streamed. 22 hours over a month. That means she streamed less than an hour a month in May. And then guess how much she streamed in June? An hour. She didn't stream in June. And in July, she didn't stream either. So
before we continue this shit, bro, you know how hard I've been trying to grind on Twitch and shit like that, G? For a motherfucker to be blessed and just ain't even taking advantage of it, that shit. Oh my God, I wish I had 200,000 followers on Twitch, bro. Oh my God, I damn near never get off. This motherfucker be too focused on the wrong bag. That's what it looks like. She chasing too much clout and she don't know how to use it, man. Damn, man.
This goes to show you that she was blessed and she had the opportunity to become a Twitch streamer. And she still has Twitch in her bio of TikTok. It links to Twitch, but she doesn't stream on Twitch. And even when she had this huge viewership,
I only got 80 followers, bro.
Several thousand
Follow me on Twitch.
Yeah,
I need to stop talking over this while it's... But yeah, man, this motherfucker got over 200K. And I only got like 80 followers. Don't forget to follow my Twitch at DTG1804. Yeah. Man, that shit, wow.
That is an incredibly good income. That is a top 1% income. If you stream consistently, just 4 to 5 hours a day. And she found herself in this niche. She already was popular. She was already popular. She had like connections at this point. And she chose to just be lazy. That is the story of Lil Tay. It's laziness. It's how can I get the quickest bag with the least amount of effort.
That's what I was talking about.
Because now she's doing OF.
She don't know how to use her fame right, G. You got 200K on Twitch. Like, you... Y'all know how this Twitch shit go, man. Niggas is averaging 1 viewer per stream.
Released another song after that, which is hilarious. Nobody that does OF has ever been able to succeed in music. It's been a complete failure. We saw Ruby Rose, who was a rapper before she did OF. Her rap career, it hasn't done anything since. And nobody's taken her seriously as a rapper since. Even though when she was rapping, she did make the XXL freshman list, which is a good look. But yeah, like Lil Tay, this is the saddest part about it. It's not just the OF. It's all of the things that led up to it, some of these really disgusting controversies, but then being given a lifeline that so many people wish they had and choosing not to do it because it was too hard to stream. And then she just chooses OF instead, which is a joke. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed.
Motherfuckers, Giving the gift but blind by evil or something, man, because ain't no way. But appreciate y'all for hanging out with me, man. That's the story of Lil Tay. Y'all know Lil Tay. Biggest flexer on the internet. But see y'all on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.